Bueno, gente, ya estamos por aquí. Si ha llegado el bot del Stream Elements, es que ya estamos todos. Comprobar que funciona todo, ¿no? Me falta una luz. Ahora. Digo, falta algo aquí, ¿no? Veo como un poco raro. Vale, ya lo tenemos todo. Pues igual tenemos que movernos, ¿verdad? Como el otro día. Lo que tengo que hacer otro. Vale, otro. Aquí. Abrirlo en dos, porque si no, no podemos ver nada. Y este pone la pantalla completa. Ahí. ¿Qué más nos falta? Hemos dicho movernos de sitio. Por favor, ¿dónde está? Marco y cámara, aquí. Esto lo tengo que mover. Todo esto aquí arriba. Voy a poner por aquí. Que se vea Full Prime, que es el canal de Full Prime. Bueno, yo creo que está bien. Igual separo un poquito más para allá. ¿Me puedo separar un poquito con la flecha? Yo creo que sí, mejor. Sí, ¿no? Yo creo que sí. Vale, pues ya podemos dejar el OBS abajo. Y vamos a ver, caña, a ver qué nos
Hey
cuentan.
everybody, so tonight we are doing our fourth A21 dev stream.
Hoy es el stream con los programadores, ¿eh?
Let's see, Sean is here. Sean's our lead programmer. Robert is here.
Por cierto, este señor que está aquí,
Steve is here also, but,
se pausa, por favor. Este señor que está aquí, Sam Liptak, ¿vale? Que es el programador líder, no vuelvo a recordar. Lo de lead no es plomo, es líder, ¿vale? Este señor aparece en el... comenta mucho en los foros de fanpimps como fatal. Cuando veis uno que comenta que pone... ¿Cómo lo marca, tío? ¿Cómo lo marca? De fanpimps staff o algo así. Y se llama fatal, pues es este señor. ¿Vale? Más que nada para que lo tengáis en cuenta. Si pasáis por allí y veis comentarios suyos explicando cosas, pues que es es el jefe de los programadores, básicamente. Bien, vamos a darle caña, venga.
But do you guys want to go and do like a quick introduction of yourselves?
All right. Hi, I'm Robert. Work for the Fun Pimps. Work on random gen and the character system and various gameplay elements.
Robert Edition se encarga, voy a escuchar, ¿no? Del sistema de generación aleatoria, generación de personajes, etcétera.
My name's Sean, as you can see on the screen right there.
Y por el nombre, Robert Edition, ya sabéis que la torre de Edition, pues viene por él, básicamente.
AI, a lot of different gameplay stuff, graphic stuff.
Este es el jefe de programación que se encarga de diferentes cosas, como por ejemplo los vehículos y tal, pero eso.
Cool. Well,
este es el jefe de los programadores.
We're going to start with Robert. He's going to get to show off a lot of things that
Dice que empezará por Robert. Otro detalle más, ya que empezamos. Latham, el host de la transmisión, el que se encarga de hacer la transmisión, también es programador. Él se encarga de la parte de Twitch, de la integración de Twitch. ¿Vale? Él es otro de los programadores del equipo de fanpimps.
Now, I will actually click over to here. I'm going to do the scene that doesn't show anybody.
A ver qué nos muestran. Oh, claro, si es el señor este, el Robert, pues nos va a enseñar cómo hacen el mapa aleatorio. Detalles, ya que estamos. Como podéis comprobar, ha desaparecido el bosque quemado. Es algo que lo mantuvieron en Alpha 20, pero que desde Alpha 19 pues no salía. Ya hacías en Alpha 20 hacías un mapa aleatorio y no te salía el bosque quemado por ninguna parte. Aparecía aquí como una parte del juego, pero no salían los mapas. Aquí definitivamente ya lo han eliminado, para que no quede ninguna duda.
Main ones being preview quality options, because a lot of people were having problems with like memory blowing up when they generate a 10K map and all those little mesh previews for prefabs would load up. So like default lowest and low, those will like basically take down the detail of the terrain, and default and below also use just white cubes to show the prefab. So
está explicando que se puede ver el mapa cuando lo generas, cuando haces un pregen, marcando aquí la calidad. Puedes ver la calidad de los edificios en el mapa pregenerado. ¿Van a pregenerar un mapa ahora? Pues eso tarda un rato, ¿no?
Okay, did that fix it? 'Cause I don't know why it would still be playing.
Porque ya dijeron que era muy rápido, pues que lo habían arreglado.
Oh.
Es diciendo que eso lo habían arreglado porque tardaba mucho y que era muy rápido ahora. A ver.
That doesn't even make any sense, everybody. Okay, here, let's do that. Hold on. I'm gonna go in. It's like, that doesn't even make any sense,
De
guys.
momento vamos a bajar el audio porque eso es algo que está todavía que tienen que arreglar porque se les va la olla.
There. Let's just turn it off. I apologize, everybody. Okay, yeah, sorry. Keep going. Keep going.
All right, then high and highest will display the previews of the prefabs themselves, and also
Vale, va a hacer un
highest,
prefab. A ver cómo se ve el
get
prefab.
basically 1 meter ratio of the terrain view inside the previewer. So it'll be showing you every single meter's height. I mean, it eats up a lot more RAM for the preview. So I leave it to, you guys to decide which one you want to use. But we're going to use one of the high ones so you can see the prefab previews and also see how quickly 10Ks generate.
Cool. Are you ready for me to hit the button?
Dice que se genera muy
Yeah, go ahead.
rápido.
Hit it.
Un mapa de 10.000. Vamos a ver cómo se genera esto.
There you go.
10.000 es el mapa más grande que se puede hacer.
Didn't do anything.
Oh, that'd be
That would have been
great.
awkward.
Play one of those little technical difficulties cards on the screen.
Oh man.
So I did quite a bit of speed improvements.
Si lo
and
generan en
Sean
directo
helped
porque
me
tienen
on
mucha
some of
confianza de que
these,
funciona
speed
bien.
improvements as well with the road smoothing and a couple other places, and gave me some guidance. And a lot of memory improvements, trying to reuse variables instead of letting big lists blow up. There was some changes to the order that terrain's generated now, so towns will be quicker to generate. And highway connections are faster now.
Las
but they
conexiones de los
also
caminos,
check to make
que
sure
han
they can
acelerado mucho
actually
las
reach
conexiones
where
de
they're
los caminos
going
y de los
before
caminos
trying
con las
there.
carreteras. Él dice ahí, pues autopistas, pero
Something
autopistas me
like 3
parece a mí que
minutes.
no.
I don't want to talk about some of this stuff until after it's generated.
It is faster, people. I know it's not the most exciting staring at the progress bar, but it is
Recordemos que esto
faster.
antes tardaba como
They
15
sure love the
minutos.
music.
Y lo pueden
Should've just
acelerar en
turned
un
it
par de
down
minutos
so
o
we had
tres.
little
Es para
mood
flipar ya.
Music.
Yeah, a little mood music. Yeah, why is
Un
it?
mapa de 10.000, el más grande que se puede hacer en el juego.
Remember, everybody, this is a 10K.
Guardando
Should
caminos,
be right at the end here.
viendo los datos
Does anybody
finales.
remember how long it
Pues ya
took
está
for
terminando.
10K
Oye,
to
pues
do
¿cuánto
before?
rato lleva? No lleva mucho,
What's
¿no?
the timing?
Somebody was saying 7 minutes. I don't know what size map that was, but
Yeah, it's definitely a long 1 second.
Mira, 2 minutos,
Okay,
2 segundos ha
generation
tardado.
complete, 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
2 minutos, 2 segundos en hacer un mapa de 10.000
Yeah, that's
entero.
that's a 10K map.
Wow.
Oh, hold on.
Y ahora te va a generar el
Queda
preview
bien.
con calidad alta.
Part takes
Vamos
a
a ver
little
cómo es
bit.
con calidad alta. En teoría te puedes mover por todo el mapa ahora. Lo ves todo más
So
pequeño,
they're
pero te
asking
puedes
about
mover
your
por el
PC
mapa para ver
license.
cómo es y cómo quedan las cosas.
I think I have 32 gigs of RAM.
Actually, this is your
Yeah, that's my
7000
main.
series AMD, isn't
Oh,
it?
yes, yes.
Your 7950.
Yeah.
So this is a fast computer. Just
Mm.
so all you guys know, it is a 7950.
Están hablando de diferentes versiones de...
Okay. Is that
Eso es más
Which is
tema
what I
interno
have
suyo.
now too.
Las versiones que han
My
utilizado
computer
para
is
compilar. Mira, desde ahí
only
puedes lanzar un juego
local,
directamente.
it's also
Por el mapa.
7950.
We'll definitely want to go to the world, so you go ahead and click new game right there. There's a new button I added, so players don't have to remember the world name every time.
stream 4? We'll just keep all the default settings.
Y lanzas el juego. Lo que no cambia es la pantalla de carga, por eso, pero bueno.
Oh yeah, I guess we
drum
didn't
roll
really
moment.
zoom in on the map and show that off. But I mean, it's the same kind of preview you're used to having.
Oh yeah, we should have. Oh well. I mean,
Yeah.
actually, do you want me to? I can make it where now they can see you. We can tag you
I mean,
back in.
Sure, I guess.
There it
Ah,
is.
mira, está por ahí.
Look at me. So I think they showed the roadside tiles with the art team. Or showed off some of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, we did.
Yeah, okay.
Nos están enseñando ahora cómo crear el mapa y la
Yeah, a lot of this
interacción
stuff
inicial con el
overlaps.
mapa. Vamos a ver. Creando entorno, mira, ahí está. Oye, pues le ha cargado súper rápido. Bueno, súper rápido. Muy bueno,
Okay,
2
so everybody,
minutos.
once again, I do have the sound
Supongo que un
for
equipo
the
muy
game
potente lo
on.
estaban probando, ¿no?
Figure
Pero
it
2
just
minutos
makes
en
it
crear
easier for you
el
to hear
mapa,
us
un mapa de
talk.
10.000.
So I don't think
Está
there's gonna
muy,
be
muy
anything
bien.
really you need to hear in game.
Ya vemos ahí arriba a la derecha
Okay. Where you want
And
me?
para
well, I mean, we can go to a city and kind of look around a little bit.
el
And
tema
I'll
de las
talk
misiones,
about
cómo queda
the
ahí
prefab scoring
para
system
hacer el seguimiento.
we put in. So we were having
Por
an
cierto, ¿se
issue
ve bien esto o no se ve bien?
with
¿Sí? Está 720, lo podemos poner a 1080, porque está 720.
we would
No
have
tengo
certain
nada.
prefabs that would rarely
Ahora.
spawn, and we wanted to be able to make them spawn more. And then
Trader
it was just
Gen.
kind of picking out of a list. When I first built this one, and I decided to add some scoring so the level design guys could see certain prefabs that they just finished working on in the world. And so we now have in the random gen mixer the ability to take any prefab by name. It'll match the name or a tag, and you can adjust the weight, the bias, the min and max spawn count for the entire world, and it just gives you more control over what all you're going to spawn.
Está comentando, bueno,
Okay, I
de que
forgot. Yeah,
ya
these
son
sounds
temas
were-
internos, ¿no?
that's
Para el
what
tema
they
de
were talking
desarrollo
about earlier.
de cómo localizar
Anyway.
los edificios por nombre o por etiqueta,
I fixed
etc.
it, everybody. Okay, so where do you want
Esa
me to go?
Trader Gen estaba como un poco en medio del pueblo, ¿no? Pero buenas tardes. Bienvenido al stream. Oye, pero ¿está funcionando o no está funcionando esto? Que me tiene autopillado.
Okay, wait. Hey, everybody.
¿Qué ha pasado? No entiendo nada. Esto se ha pegado una colgada aquí porque sí, o sea, todo gratis. Según el OBS, todo funciona perfecto. Yo no lo entiendo, pero bueno. Serán cosas que me pasan a mí de vez en cuando. No, están hablando de la versión de PC. De momento están hablando del tema de la versión de PC. Ay, mira, hemos avanzado demasiado. Vamos a ver para atrás, que supongo que eso es lo que mostrarán ahora. He avanzado mucho de golpe, ¿eh? Y creo que van por aquí más o menos.
Show whatever you want, man.
Hemos visto una Trader Gen que se ha generado en medio de la ciudad.
So like look up a roadside.
Acabo de empezar, ¿eh? O sea, el stream, llevamos 10 minutos apenas.
What, fruit
It'll just
stand?
be a gateway T or cross.
Y a ver qué nos quiere mostrar.
Not roadside. Gateway.
PS5 ya dijeron que saldría después de la versión Gold. Y la versión Gold no se sabe si será Alpha 22 o Alpha 23 o cuando salga.
Gateway T?
Pero que están trabajando en la versión de
Of
consolas,
course it picked
eso
Wasteland.
ya es un hecho porque lo mostraron en el primer vídeo.
Of course it did.
Esta está más a las afueras como siempre.
Oh, poor
I'm gonna
Jen.
stop at. And some of these roadsides will have traders, and there's quite a few more traders in the world now than there were before. And we try to guarantee one every kilometer and a half or so, just to make sure, y'all
Que
have
los
plenty of
vendedores
places
pueden
to go
aparecer en
invest.
cualquier parte, no necesariamente como hacían en Alpha 20.
And there's a lot more wilderness
En el,
prefabs in the world
fuera
now,
del pueblo.
but
Este está en
they're
medio de
kind
la
of
nada,
spread
entonces.
apart where it's not going to be like 3 prefabs in one little tiny spot, but just they try to stay away from each other more.
A ver, junto a
And
una
a lot of
carretera,
them
que eso
find
está
up in
bien.
mountains.
Pero sí, sí.
I guess we could try to find a mountain
Está en medio de la
prefab,
nada
but
este
I
vendedor.
guess go to the forest area.
Como los de antes.
If you can find
Ahora
something
está
like
pidiendo
that.
que vaya al bosque. Quien está jugando es Fugar Prime.
Teleport
Oh,
around
really?
a little bit and look and see if I can find it.
A ver si encuentra el bosque ahora.
Probably should have kept track of the map.
A teleportarse de un
Yeah.
sitio a otro buscando el bosque.
Remembered where the forest was. It's fine.
Oh,
Y'all don't
man.
mind us teleporting around a little bit.
I just say find some
Nada, que
mountains
no
and head
encuentra.
towards them.
So,
Yeah.
Wasteland
know,
gives you
Wasteland.
great distance views.
Yeah. This seat is horrible. There's
Ahora.
hey. Okay.
A ver qué nos va a mostrar en el bosque.
All right.
You can find.
yeah, somebody mentioned the health bars before.
Vale,
That's
muchas
just
gracias, Nicolás. Por
God
cierto,
mode
bienvenido al
turned
stream.
Yeah.
on. That's not.
Ya, tío. Es increíble.
Hey
Espérate.
everybody. So.
Está funcionando un poco regular esto. Voy a tocar alguna cosilla por aquí a ver si mejoramos un poco el rendimiento porque tela. No sé exactamente qué está pasando, pero está cortando cada 2x3 y esto no es normal. Hemos estado aquí haciendo stream un montón de días y sin este tipo de problemas. No me cortado demasiado.
Wasteland
know,
gives you
Wasteland.
great distance views.
A ver si ahora funciona un poco mejor.
Yeah. This seat is horrible. There's hey. Okay. Here we go.
All right.
You can find.
Yeah, somebody mentioned the health bars before. That's just God mode turned on.
Yeah.
That's not a normal part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd just get way up there in the sky where you can look around.
Pues
And
no
kinda
debería,
find
estamos
some
haciendo
paths
streams
up there in the
diarios
mountains.
y funcionan
They
bien,
lead
no hay
to
ningún corte.
prefabs.
No sé por qué.
Generally, there's
¿Por qué
quite a
hemos puesto
few
la
of
imagen
them.
esta en 1080? Ah, no tiene nada que ver,
And
hombre.
a lot of the wilderness POIs, I try to keep them a little further away
Vale,
from
está hablando ahora de los
towns.
POI salvajes, las casas que
Just
están
to
en las
kinda give them,
montañas y eso sueltas.
fill in the blank areas more, and then it kind of it makes more sense that they're not grouped up right up against a town.
So here we go.
Vale, pues
Nice little
que los
path.
caminos están mejor hechos. Vale, guay.
There's a lot more switchbacks now when you go up mountains as well. Adjusted the scoring.
Que bordean las
This
montañas.
release.
Vale.
There's the POI.
Yeah, so you got some of the POIs. You've got a lot of traveling to do. Some will be have really pretty views from them off the top of mountains. I've seen a few of the level designers run into them.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to look for another one?
Lo relevante que es que los caminos te llevan, están mejor hechos para llevarte hasta los POI de las montañas,
This way. See if we see.
There's a lot of mountains.
que las bordean en lugar de atravesarlas.
Are you talking about the ones in the desert in the distance?
Aquí va el
Oh
desierto.
yeah, the desert ones. Yeah,
I can go
you
over
can
there.
check those out.
Desierto. Esto sí que es un poco molesto, pero bueno.
Sometimes there's some up on the top of these as well.
Tengo que buscar algún edificio por aquí perdido.
It is.
Horrible
Well-
place to be stuck with no water.
Oh,
Sí,
there's
un
one.
camino que lleva hasta un edificio de esos que están por aquí arriba.
Yeah. So you can see how that path kind of switches back and forth to. It makes it walkable. I mean, you can drive up it with a car, but the
Y que-
jeep will get a little slow as you go up some of those.
Que se puede conducir a través de él y demás porque está mejor hecho. ¿Vale? Guay. Está bien.
The POI pop-up stuff is not God mode. That's normal. And actually, it's smaller now.
Yeah, I changed that today.
This build's from a couple days ago. This build of the game.
Yeah.
Es un edificio que lleva mucho tiempo en el juego. Bueno, supongo que desde Alpha 17. Hubo mucho.
Where else would you like me to
Porque
go?
antes ese tipo de edificios no estaban,
It
serían
goes back
diferentes.
to the advanced gen.
Okay.
And then we'll show off the low quality settings. And For this one, we'll just do a 6K.
Nos va a mostrar ahora.
Hold on, wait. Isn't there kind of a bug right now where I need to...
No, es un mapa al azar.
Oh, yeah.
Lo ha generado un mapa de 10.000, los más grandes, y ha tardado 2 minutos 2 segundos.
Or just hit console and do the weather fog 0. I think that takes care of it too.
2 minutos ha tardado en generar un mapa de 10.000, el más grande. O sea
We
que...
haven't seen Sean in a while, so...
Otra cosa no, pero optimización, por lo menos en ese aspecto, le han currado bastante.
He's like, I was...
¿Viene otro
Would you
señor
want me
ahora?
to sing and dance or something?
Right.
I mean... If you want.
I mean, Rick, I believe, did dare me to sing and dance on in the last meeting.
He did.
So,
All right.
you're not getting anything exciting out of me.
Don't have the energy for it.
Oh, see, and Rick's even in chat.
Ah, no, que lo están cargando fuera de cámara. Vale. Entiendo que lo están cargando fuera de cámara.
So,
You just said have fun, so I guess we can take our shirts off or something. Not quite sure what that means.
and we're clicking
En teoría deberían de haber varios.
Right.
And we're done.
Varios. ¿Cuántos? No lo sé. Es que es muy difícil. En la versión de consola es difícil encontrar en los vendedores.
Okay, so random gen previewer. Do you want me to use that same seed from last time?
Yeah, let's just do the 10K and yeah, do default quality. Just for it.
Do you still want me to do the same map?
Or do actually do a 6K and just do whatever one. It doesn't matter. We're gonna do one that's pretty quick so we can hop in there and see the difference between the
Okay, so
El
default
quality
quality.
default.
yeah, we'll just leave it default for this.
Va a hacer un mapa pequeñito
Okay, here we go, everybody.
con la calidad por defecto. A ver lo que tarda en generar un mapa pequeñito. Un mapa de 6.000 es lo que mide
And
Navegan.
these should like be pretty.
O por lo menos lo que medía antes. Igual lo han
The
ampliado ahora.
QA said like something like a minute and a half or something earlier today.
Yeah, I don't know if Latham has any pants on.
Mickey,
I'm not privy to that information.
buenas tardes. Dime,
I do, but they don't match this shirt, so you're not allowed to see them per my wife. So.
It's great that we're gonna have a record of this on the.
Viéndolo, porque si no.
Yeah.
Hostia, ¿otra vez? ¿En serio? Pues yo no sé qué hacer, espérate.
Hey, everybody. So.
Last meeting,
Yeah, I
Do the
made it
mouse
the other
and-
shift just
En
to
el
make
stream de hoy está
things more
resultando un tanto
complicated.
extraño.
Is it?
Ooh,
Oh, maybe I'll have to do that.
yeah. Look at that, everybody. We can just play it from here. We don't even have to go in.
Disculpad
Right.
porque la transmisión está
Yeah.
resultando un poquito
I know where
irregular
I'm
hoy.
staying.
Mira, cuando lo tienes en el nivel más alto,
I mean, I'll figure
puedes
it
ver los
out.
edificios como son.
Right.
Meterte dentro de la ciudad.
Yeah, and then the terrain detail, like looking at any of the terrain changes, you'll see for a 1-for-1.
Yeah, let's go check that out.
That's
Debería estar funcionando bien según el
preview all
OBS.
sleeper
Pero
locations.
yo ya no me creo nada.
Oh, looks good.
But yeah, that's pretty much all my stuff.
That was like the hot
El
scene.
stream
That's
de
what
hoy
I was
está
going for.
resultando bastante desastroso. Veremos en qué queda todo esto.
Okay, well, then I guess let's go ahead and okay. So I'm gonna switch back over so we can see.
yeah,
Yep,
you
they
could
can
just
see it.
log, you could
Yeah.
just log into the map for the next part, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and load into the one we were just at, and then I actually have a list of items I need to load up. So we're gonna bring Steven.
Que sí, está muy guapo. El sistema para generar el mapa lo genera muy rápido.
Showing off your stuff.
Puedes poner uno en calidad baja
ya.
para moverte con edificios simples, uno en calidad alta y se ven pues como son.
Bye, Robert. And then now let's get
Eso consumirá bastantes recursos, ¿no?
It'd be weird to bring Steve in and then have him with his name as
Dudek.
as Robert. So let's. Okay.
Es el día de los programadores, así que a ver qué nos cuentan. Ya hemos visto que la generación del mapa está de lujo.
Oh, no, let me send him a message and remind him. Hey, I gotta turn on DM. Okay. Oh, hey, there he is. There he is. Hey, you made it. Okay.
Ahí está.
There we are.
Okay.
Thank you.
Steve, go ahead and introduce yourself.
El que se va a presentar.
Go ahead and say who you are.
I've worked on,
There you go.
I work on the dismemberment system as well as a bit of
Hey, everybody.
hazmat zombie after you're done.
Okay. We'll do some hubcap.
Disculpad, no sé lo que está pasando hoy.
Dismemberment system.
Yeah. Okay. Here,
Porque la
I'm gonna get
transmisión
them
va
all.
fatal.
Click over. Anyway.
Esto va por días. Hay días que no quiere
Yes.
funcionar.
And
Vale,
then
nos
let
va a
me get out of
enseñar.
God mode. And then I know you had more. You wanted the explosive arrows. Let's do that.
Los
Yep.
vehículos están muy
Let me
clonados, ¿eh?
refresh really quick and
El
we'll start
óxido
with
y
the
demás.
hazmat zombie after you're done.
Okay. We'll do some hubcap.
Va a enseñar
ones.
diferentes formas de desmembrarlos. Bombas, flechas explosivas.
Okay.
Tienen machete,
You go
martillo,
into
mazo,
store with
pistola.
Arlene, she's the best.
Did you want me to do the TDS command?
Yes, we can show off the TDS there. Of course, this is going to be weapon dependent on how well you've spec'd into it now, for your dismemberment chance.
So let me get back where. Okay. So.
Mira el machete, la
you
skin que
want the
tiene.
hazmat zombie.
Está chulo.
Let's do,
Correct.
hazmat.
If you could show one at first, without the AI and in a T, so we can kind of cover.
Ay, mira, también tiene indicadores.
How do I go into
High
the
off.
seat?
Cuando estás en el
Is that a
modo
button?
debug, en el modo
The
desarrollador,
control should also
para
turn off
detenerlos
the
a los zombies y te lo
animation
indica ahí abajo.
for
Ah,
the
bien
same
eso.
key.
Oh, gotcha.
Mira, y
Okay.
parar la animación y todo.
There you go. See, learn something
pero
new
te
every
mira
day,
igual. There you go.
everybody.
Hostia, qué mal rollo.
And so if you take a blade and just cut off his left arm there.
Vale, le corta.
There it is.
Y suelta
And
sangre
then
ahí
you
un
can
poco
also
pocha.
use a blunt now for the right. There'll be a slight difference.
El martillo también tiene una skin. Oh, mira, el corte es diferente.
Maybe try the lower, so go for the hand. Oh, it's okay. Same difference there. But now
I mean,
if
we
you
can
turn.
load up another one.
Uno
I
deja un
mean,
corte limpio y el
we
otro
can
deja
do
un
this all
corte
day,
así
can't
más pocho. Más como arrancado.
What do you want me to do next?
Ahora con el mazo.
Yeah, if you turn back on the animation now, which will be control again and the star key.
Okay. Do I need a new zombie? Shiny.
So if you look at both of those nubs, the one of course is going to be not moving around because it's complete cut.
Enseñando eso,
But
el
the other
corte
one-
limpio por un lado y el otro lado el corte así sucio.
So it'll jiggle a little bit when you have blunt dismemberments, which is a nice kind of thing that we have added.
Okay, sorry.
And
They
in the
asked
back
me to do
there-
it. I can load up another one. Here, let's.
That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead and try and
Otro
take off
zombie
his
que se ha
other leg
muerto.
there too. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe aim a little lower. There's 2 separate dismember points, so.
So lower leg. So down to there.
Le pega un tiro,
Yep.
también le deja el corte ahí un poco así irregular.
So now he's got, and then on the other leg, if you take it off at the higher level, you can kind of see the difference between those. Like in a
Así como
quad.
arrancado.
Yeah.
Yep. And so with weapons, that's going to be considered a blunt. And there's different, you can see the bones sticking out, everything else going on.
Diferente forma de colocarse los huesos.
Yeah. No, that looks good.
And so if you spawn one more of them,
Do you want me to spawn a different zombie instead, or the same one?
do the hazmat again and just chop off his head.
Okay, so not with that.
Uy, le corta la cabeza.
Okay.
Corte limpio.
So I got the top of his head.
That
so,
didn't, yeah.
Here, let me aim a little lower, everybody. A little lower.
Hey, I'm going to try that again.
Yeah, we did it. Let's aim it. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I'm aiming
Or a
Pues
power
vamos a menos
attack
igual.
should make it
Power
fly a
attack.
little further now.
Okay, let's do
Okay, there we go.
I really like tough.
Veo todos los cortes igual en la cabeza.
Sorry, I'm not. You know what? Here. Oh, it didn't even. Wait, I thought TDS was on.
Pero no he hecho
I
nada.
thought I've cleaned his head right off.
It does, but only after there's a little bit of a discrepancy
Tampoco lo
here
has
'cause we're
explotado.
holding him in a certain model.
Oh, well, I can let him. I can let him free roam. He doesn't scare me. Alright. Yeah, because that's not.
¿No explota las cabezas?
Let's go back to the hammer. Yeah, I don't think TDS is. Let me turn it on and off. TDS doesn't seem to be.
So
Como que
since
se ha
you have a blunt
desactivado, vale,
weapon, he does
el
not
sistema que tiene
have
para
a
que haga el desmembramiento
blunt
siempre.
removal of the
Me
head.
da preparado para
Oh,
hacer las pruebas.
This is a good example, everybody. This is just me killing him for no reason. This is.
You know, there are other zombies.
If you move to,
guys,
we're going to
they're
be
just
jumping a
waiting
little
to
out
be
of order here.
abused.
It's fine. It's fine.
Skateboarder zombie.
Okay, you got this.
El matón está traducido este. Matón.
So he
Sí.
will have a blunt head, switch to a blunt weapon.
Okay, here's what
You can cut.
Vamos a poner todas hasta 1080, tío. Es un poco. Tío, se nos corta la emisión otra vez. Si se corta, pues lo bajamos otra vez. No sé muy bien por qué. Hoy es un mal día. Es un mal día. Y está.
Late enough. Hopefully, all the kids are in bed and the food's digested.
Same thing kind of with him if you took off the arms or did the other parts.
Mazazo. Ahí, mira, le ha cortado a la altura de la mano. A la altura de la rodilla. Le dejo la cabeza hecha
The
polvo.
sledge is good, but the power's kind of going to the ground. Let's try.
Yeah,
Pero sí que tiene
Darlene
diferentes formas de
probably be a good one
romperle
with
la
the
cabeza,
head.
¿sí?
Okay.
Again, he's attached there.
Marlene. Darlene.
So with the sledge.
I think dismember works for both. So if you
Suelta la cabeza.
if you shoot
Pero bueno,
or
media
hit
cabeza la
her
ha
in the
soltado.
head, it should dismember. Yep. So there you go. Her head went flying.
Okay.
Y le ha
She's a
cortado,
good one with the
pero le ha
shotgun
cortado
or the
más o menos
pistol
igual,
too,
¿no?
because they also affect that
En
as
la
well.
parte que salta
Okay. Well, now I have to do a shotgun. I mean,
tiene que ser muy similar. Con la escopeta.
I mean, right, Chad? I don't think we have a choice. We have to see it with the shotgun. I mean,
So there we go. It flies off. And the legs. So when she's on the ground, that one can cause movement.
Este es un tarao que le gusta que vuelen partes de zombies por ahí.
Okay, so you had me get a pipe bomb. What am I using this for?
Y otro dice que usa las
We are
bombas.
waiting on
Las
that
pipe
a
bombs,
little
las bombas de tubo.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Let's
That's fine.
slow down a little bit and just talk about everything that's happened here.
Sure.
Lathan's getting excited.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting excited. It's like, hey, let's
I want to see the masses of zombies any second.
So the same dismemberment we had before. You can pull up zombies and keep dismembering them with any weapon of your choice here.
Vale, que los puedes desmembrar los zombies con cualquier arma.
Lab zombie would be a good one to show here too.
El
but-
zombie lab.
let's get some labs
La
on
doctora.
going. Okay.
So for the most part, when you're doing a clean dismemberment, you're gonna get a clean cut. when you're going through with blunt, you're going to get a nice little stubbed edge. We've improved our system from about a handful, maybe up to 8 to about 20 total zombies, and now have unique dismemberments. Go ahead. You can go and
Parece
start
que sí,
cutting
que se
over.
pueden desmembrar todos los zombies. Ha dicho 20 zombies. Se pueden
So she
desmembrar.
has,
Eso es
she has a little
prácticamente
jiggle
todos los
tech
del juego.
going on there on her arm before she gets
A
cut.
lo mejor hay alguno que
but
no se puede.
After she gets cut, she has some
Por algún
too.
motivo, igual no
I
se
think
puede con
her
el
legs
poli
also lop
o
off. Her head is also another half
con el
dismemberment.
demoledor o alguno así.
Yep.
Pero parece que con la mayoría sí que se
So you
pueden
can see the
desmembrar.
knee bend, different things go on there.
Okay.
Just a sec. We could throw in a worker here as well. Should be another one that has a little bit of the leg jiggle tech. And he also has the hat removal like the skateboarder does, so he'll lose his hard hat now, which is different.
Ah, a este se le cae el casco. Mira qué gracioso.
Yeah, it's a little odd. I mean, it's a chrome dome. We'll say he really takes the cranium off the cap.
Este tío es un tarao. A él le encanta el rollo este. Este rollo de
Now everybody wants to know.
desmembrar, de estilo gore y tal. Mira, mira. El tío se hace polvo.
But definitely also use the blunt too, because they have, again, so each zombie has unique dismemberments for these points. And in certain cases, particles as well. So I want to give some props to the designers there as well. These blood particles are just amazing. Fountains of blood now.
Bueno, tanto como asombrosas las partículas de sangre, me parece a mí que...
I'm just gonna keep doing this till you tell me to stop.
Me parece a mí que no,
That's
¿eh?
fine. I'd throw in one more. The businessman, I think, if you turn off the AI one more time.
You want me to turn off the animations?
Yep. Just the AI, not the animations.
Yep.
So just the, yeah, not control, just hit the button.
How do you want
And
me
if
to
you can
handle
take both of his parts off, because he has a good example of how they use the jiggle on the body. Higher
Vale.
arm there in that case as well. That one will be jiggling,
Y
but
queda por ahí
there we
colgando.
are.
it? Yeah.
So you can
Se ha
kind of
animado
see it
diferente.
flapping back and forth a little bit.
Pues esto es lo que se ha dedicado el señor este un año y medio, a hacer estas cosas. Que sí, que están chulas, están muy guapas, pero... A ver cuántos zombies va a tener que desmembrar. Por eso sí hasta el final del vídeo.
There was one more thing if we go back to the lab. If you take out one of her...
En serio, está la cosa... Está la cosa ahí como para no contarlo. ¿De verdad, tío? No entiendo, no sé qué está pasando hoy. No sé qué está pasando. Pero no está funcionando bien esto.
Her legs.
Sure.
Va con muchísimo lag. Pero
I want to show
muchísimo.
her, and her is irradiated as well.
Okay.
Y ahora es...
Is it the jiggly nub that you wanted to?
Yeah, she's got the nubs, but she should also, maybe it's only with the blade. If you cut it off with a blade, she should have a different texture for her leg after it's cut off, like she's got a blood splatter. There we go.
We'll get a new one. Oh.
Vale, para que veas que cambia la textura del corte limpio cuando golpeas con... Un arma de filo,
So
So a
etcétera.
few different things. These aren't implemented on all zombies, but certain ones you will notice a difference. But if you do a radiated version of her as well,
Okay.
radiated versions should all work correctly now as
A
well.
ver, la versión irradiada.
And feral, same thing.
Uy, la manilla, mira, mira. Oh, se me la
Don't
mano por ahí
mind that
corriendo.
one, everybody. Don't mind that one.
And went for a walk, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's radiated, okay, everybody. Sometimes it gets back up.
Está la mano irradiada y se va a su bola por ahí, dice.
They do regenerate.
Yeah, they do regenerate. There's going to be another one behind me. Wouldn't that be crazy? The hand rolls
Well,
down
there
the
you
hill, and
go.
then another one runs
There's
up.
a blood splatter radiated.
Vale, que lo corte y sigue irradiado. Vale.
And so the best example here would probably be right. He's kind of our highest level zombie at the moment. He's only got a radiated and a feral. So if you do white, WIGHT,
Hombre, el feral.
and he'll have a couple models. And then you can start playing around with them coming after you. See a nice little drop on his leg and his head there. He has the blood splatter texture as well on the leg.
Yep.
Y que compares el corte con el corte
When it's chopped
del
off.
irradiado.
Yeah, yeah.
But yep, you can go ahead and cut him too. And the last thing I wanted to move into, which is a little more fun, you could start with 5.
Wait, start with 5?
Zombies. So between some of those explosive weapons I gave you,
Bueno,
maybe
ahora
start with the
va a
pipe
probar las armas.
bomb.
Bueno, va a probar. Nos va a enseñar las armas
Oh,
explosivas.
I can do the pipe
contra
bomb.
los zombies.
Okay, which zombies do you want me to spawn?
Any of these. You can do a combination of white, business, hazmat, any of these new zombies.
You can just hold down shift. Lathan.
Yeah,
Juan
shift
Pérez,
or
buenas
U5
tardes.
control.
Bienvenido al stream.
Yeah.
Oh, shift.
Vamos a ver cómo nos hace volar.
Oh.
cómo los revienta.
you're all getting See, I'm learning things here, everybody. I didn't know about any of this.
That's my favorite shortcut
That's
right there.
good.
Okay.
You can leave them stuck there. But yeah, go ahead and flip it off and drop it at their legs.
A ver. Uy, muchas partes por ahí volando.
This is horrible.
Esto es horrible, dice.
I'm just watching 30
So-
minutes of us just making chunks go. Like
¿Llevamos 30 minutos para esto?
oh,
Se
man.
lo está diciendo en coña. ¿eh?
Yeah, just watching jibs fly.
Ah, Rosent,
Uh,
disculpa, no te había
Well,
conocido.
I was really trying to dial this in. This is the last 3 or 4 minutes of the grand finale here.
Okay.
Muchas mutilaciones, mucho rollo. A este tío le encanta.
But
eso.
also, if
Eso
you
es lo que está
have
trabajando él.
any of the landmines or rocket launchers, I want to save the landmines for last.
Okay,
But
landmines.
explosive arrows are also fun.
Okay, so here, let's get the some Darlene's. That was one of our
Darlene's
choices.
good.
Okay.
Lab zombie
Pues lo
was another
mismo.
one.
Prácticamente todos los
Skateboarder.
zombies se pueden despedazar. Parece que hay alguno que no. Pero la mayoría de los que ha mostrado sí que se pueden despedazar.
And if you can do 10 at a time, you will not kill them all. So just be aware you might create a lot of crawlers.
Yeah, it's fine.
What about 20?
Diciendo que spawné
25, you will definitely create a lot of crawlers.
un montón de
Or
zombies.
100?
Yes. So the explosion damage is based on the sphere, so depending on where it's at, will cause them to lose limbs. So if you shoot them higher, you're gonna get more. And if you
I don't even know
El
what
tío es
to
un
do.
tarado, se hace polvo.
Do it again. Everybody's excited about it. Okay, we'll do one
No,
more.
that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Oh, these guys are still alive.
Well, you should fix that.
Yeah, I feel bad. I stepped on them.
So,
Like,
well,
hey,
they should still lose parts here. Boom, there you go. You just got some dead jibs. Yep.
No, these ones.
So Sean also helped me with this part of it as well. And it's the nice thing is it's been optimized now, but it can hit multiple body parts. So in most cases, if they're standing on a landmine, they're probably
Vale, que
just gonna
espera
lose
que
their
se creen
legs or maybe
múltiples
one
partes
leg
del
or
cuerpo
something.
explotando por ahí.
But if you're shooting
Vale.
a rocket launcher at them, if you're shooting an exploder at them,
Lo que no van a poner 2 horas de ver cómo desmiembran a los zombies de diferentes
again, this will
formas.
come down to your perking into that type of ability as well, depending on the type of your weapon you're using.
So, do you want me to put down some mines and have them walk
Dice que
through
la
it? Is that
probabilidad de
what we're-
desmembramiento dependerá de la perk que tengas en, en ese tipo de arma.
Lay down a little minefield.
Hacer un campo de minas. Un minefield.
And then if you turn off the AI and spawn yourself maybe a group of...
You mean turn
and
on
then-
the AI, right? Yeah, I mean, I need them to
Yeah.
walk through it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, turn it off so you can get them all ready.
Have them look at you so they actually come at you.
Yeah. And have
Vale,
them
para que
face
vengan a
you.
ti a ver cómo
Okay,
explotan.
hold on.
Or shoot a gun.
No.
Well, you can shoot a shotgun and they'll face you, but yeah.
Well, it's too late. I mean, we have to move on now. I mean, the Tesla's ruined. I don't know what to tell you. So we're just gonna... We'll just start again.
Lo vas a poner otra vez, vale,
So I
mirándote.
usually did them a space apart too, but that's a good minefield.
It's probably fine. Okay, let's down here. Actually, let's. You know what? I mean,
Va a poner más minas.
it's not like we're
No tiene
paying by the
suficientes.
mine here. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, it's so if their body lands on the mine, it's gonna blow it up. But yeah.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, everybody. I don't.
Yep. And then now if you just turn AI back on
Uh,
and maybe you shoot your shotgun in the air, they should all walk, yeah.
Estoy viendo cachos de zombies.
Think of a few of those parts went about a quarter mile that
All right,
way.
a few of those were a little like, a few of those were a
Que hay
little
partes de
high.
zombies en un cuarto de milla a la redonda.
And it only used like 3 mines.
Los zombies no detectan las minas. Yo es que no las uso nunca las minas. Siempre me ha parecido una cosa un poquito... cuesta mucho recurso. Para el uso que tiene tampoco le veo...
right in business zombies as well.
Okay, well, we'll do the white. Guys.
Ah, pero eso hace polvo. ¿Eh? Y eso cojona.
Yeah, they're running in motion there too.
Okay. Let's see. Whatever. Business. Whoop, wrong one. Business. Oh, hi
If
guys.
you didn't get yourself a rocket launcher with the HE grenades, because they work incredibly well too.
Tienen como muñecos de trapo. Vale. ¿Nos van a seguir mostrando más explosiones?
You said the HE ones?
Yeah, well, the other ones will take out the train, so it's hard to, yeah, yep.
Crimen, ¿eh? ¿La ha atravesado? ¿Por
I
qué?
can't hear her screaming. I'm just gonna kill all.
No, sorry, and I'm lagging a little bit behind. Oh, that's good. Maybe she'll bring some friends. Oh.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I already did it. Yeah, you were lagging behind. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I'm on this. And then I'm going to now
Vale.
spawn businessman. And then completely
Pero
miss
los
at
atraviesa,
point-blank
¿eh?
range.
Sí, está un poquito regular.
Let's do it again. But this time.
There it is.
Ahora.
Okay, I think I need the frag ones, not the AG. Because now we're.
Oh, yep. Yeah, you need the frag. Yep. Can you do 25?
Oh, I
Line
can.
on 25 if you can.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can do 25.
Yeah, you might want to back
Vas a
off.
poner
a bit 'cause
25,
the
venga,
smoke
va.
in The weapon is hard to see through.
Okay. So. Let's,
A ver cuántos salen volando por ahí.
wrong.
If you just control click. Okay, yep.
Let's do
But if you roll over there, you should see a bunch of parts laying in the area. Just look down.
yeah,
We got
yeah.
some arms, some legs.
Oh yeah, no, it worked.
Yep.
It was
They
effective.
disappear fairly quick, and you can only have 20 or 30 active at once. Again, when you got large groups, to make this more performant.
Sí, muchas partes de cuerpo que salen por igualando.
Oh, they went. They went.
So if you want no crawlers, use a rocket launcher. But yeah.
Ese tío es un tarao.
Okay. Well.
That's it there. I'll wrap it up there, and from this fun point, we can take it on to Sean with the transition from explosions.
Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, well, thank you, Steve, for talking us through all this fun stuff. Looks great.
Nos ha comido aquí como media hora de explosiones.
Go ahead now, and I'm gonna kick you out. And then boom. Okay, Sean, your moment has arrived.
Vale, ahora Sham.
All right, well,
A ver qué nos cuenta el jefe. El jefe de los programadores.
I almost want to
Fatal. Esto es fatal en los foros de Thumbprint.
order some stuff around, but you know what? We'll
just
we'll jump around a bit. A bit is fine. So we'll get back to blowing things up later. So yeah, if you go back into the world where you were, I don't know if you just stopped showing it or.
Yeah, I did, but it's back now.
There you go, because that's where we want to be. So I have a variety of stuff I want to talk to you guys about over the last year that I've had fun working on. Mostly,
cosas en las divertidas en las que he estado trabajando durante el último año.
It's fun, at least the end result. Getting the end result is often
varios elementos del juego
but let's start out with the
que resultan frustrantes.
So if you, get a forge,
como por ejemplo la forja, dice.
And the bellows, the anvil, and the crucible will show a thing that just got done in the last maybe like 2 weeks ago. That
las herramientas de la forja.
Authenticness to the game that people were asking about, and I managed to put it together. Right now, we only have it working on the forge. The campfire, hopefully, we will be done for Alpha 21. So there's our new forge model, which is twice as big as it used to be, 2 blocks wide. So now you can equip.
Okay. So I did the bellows.
Yeah. So if you.
Y cuando le pones una herramienta aparece. Oye.
There are bellows there. And then if you add the crucible.
El crucible, mira. Y le falta el anvil, el yunque.
And then if redone, it's.
Y que prepara también un nuevo modelo para el campfire. No me digas, tío. ¿Cómo que te me cortas? Estamos en el 5311 más o menos. La conexión viene y va todo el rato. ¿Ya estamos de vuelta? ¿Estamos de vuelta? Venga.
Close to being done, but not in time to show you guys. So another interesting thing that we threw in is if you craft something, or so if you open the forge back up and just you'll have to put
can I do it in the normal
some
crafting?
material in it. It really doesn't matter what. But if you were to create, you could just throw stone or anything
we'll
in there
do some stuff.
and then create something back out of it. This was kind of a last minute little addition. Quality of life change.
Oh, and everybody, I don't know if you see this, but there's a clear up here now. So just nice little.
Yeah, that's a new button.
Está hablando del modo creativo y de la forma de conseguir las cosas que harán más cómodo.
The search fields I think in almost every place now has a clear.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so that guy's doing work. So if you were to just create maximum, start at crafting, close the window, and look at it.
¿Qué es lo que ha variado aquí? Porque yo no he visto nada.
Which is interesting to see in this lighting. Actually, make it dark out.
Disculpad con la conexión, que hoy está un poquito regulera.
The Forge actually has kind of a
Sí, el modelo se ve muy guapo con las partículas y tal, queda chulo.
When it's crafting, it's actually underneath the fire. It's a subtle effect, but
Yeah.
you can basically tell when it's working or not by. So if you were to turn it back off.
Vale. Dice que no sabe si estás. Cuando está encendida, que no sabe si está produciendo algo o no. Pero ¿qué es lo que nos va a demostrar entonces?
I don't know. It's. Yeah, I don't know if it should still be working, but it's pretty subtle there on this screen here, so I'm not. It's not being very obvious. Hopefully, it didn't get broke or something. The light did get moved just like last week.
Yeah.
That one's kind of
Sure it's
tricky
in
because
this build?
flames. Well, the flames like kind of are strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully they're actually the other like the cement mixer and the workbench all do a similar thing. Actually, put down a workbench. It should be very obvious on the workbench.
Vale, que nos va a enseñar el workbench. A ver.
There we go. Because the workbench has a very obvious difference. So just craft whatever on it.
Ah, mira. Cuando se pone a funcionar el workbench, se enciende la luz.
Yeah.
Yeah, so close the window.
Yeah. Thank you.
Look what you see.
Así sabes que está haciendo algo. Interesante. Bueno, que cuando acabe de craftear se apagará la luz.
Cancel whatever you're making. I don't know how many you were making.
Vale.
Yeah, a whole lot.
Bueno, pues no.
Close the window.
Deja de craftear y se apaga la luz. Vale, 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 está bien.
There you go. Done crafting. So that was a nice little addition. The new workbench does have three independent tool objects in there that we can turn off and on. We just don't have any tools set made for the workbench yet. That won't be in Alpha 21. So anyway, that's the new.
También están pensando en ponerle tres herramientas al workbench.
Look at reflections next. So we made some improvements to how reflection probes update and
los reflejos.
blend in the game. But the big thing we added was a new screen space reflection system that's completely different code. So to show that off, we need to go to something back on, and you can see the difference. So video.
Vamos otra vez. 58-56. Cuando quiera volver la conexión, porque vaya tela. ¿Ya lo recupera? Pues venga. Vamos a ver los reflejos.
Just because of how long it takes that. That's doing like a 6 different cameras in 6 directions have to capture that thing in real time as you move around the game. So it has a fair amount of performance.
Está utilizando 6 cámaras para reflejar la luz en tiempo real y conseguir un efecto más realista, etcétera, etcétera.
There's the cafe area there, and that you can basically just look around and see, it looks fairly flat as you look at the like the sides of the booth. And
sorry, that's fine.
Could probably just turn the AI off, but
yeah, probably. Yeah. I'll do
Yeah,
that.
you see it's generally, there's some reflectivity. If you turn to the right and look down the hall, there's a glowing sign. Yeah, the Crack-A-Book sign, you can see it's like, you don't really see, it's pretty dull in general. Now, if you turn screen space reflections back on,
Hey, what's the button
Vale,
for
está chulo. A ver.
FPS? Turning FPS on.
it's
Either
F8.
Okay. Let me turn this back on and then I'll do that. What do you want it on? High?
High's fine. Yeah, not ultra. Ultra's pretty demanding.
Porque esto es una opción que es muy demandante. Queda chulo, pero que es muy, muy demandante.
Like you'll start like right there, see the left of that town and country sign up on those stairs. You can see it reflecting all the black floor tile areas. You'll see a lot more reflections kicking in.
Yo personalmente estos reflejos siempre los pongo en... Mira, no es el equipo que tienen, pero debe de ser un equipo muy potente y apenas se mantiene a 30 FPS. 30, 32, 36, 34. Y apuesto que será un equipo de gama alta. De todas formas, yo los reflejos siempre los suelo tener en un nivel bajo. Precisamente porque son muy, muy demandantes.
Pulls the scene together, makes everything look a little more realistic. If you go back over to the cafe, there's a lot of reflectivity on those booths and the counters and yeah, everything's a lot more shiny.
Yeah, definitely.
Y todos los brillos de los reflejos, así que se vea muy, muy bonito.
All kinds of stuff right there.
Pero mira los FPS y dices,
stuff that
chacho.
wasn't there before, so yeah, nice new feature.
Está muy guay, pero jugar esto a 30 FPS no.
It's somewhat heavy on
Si
performance,
puedo sacarle más, yo tiro para arriba.
It's been kind of balanced to give you a decent amount of reflectivity without it being too bad performance-wise. But yeah, just beware if you run around and decide to put it on ultra, your PC may struggle a bit with it on ultra if you don't have
Por eso que el modo ultra va a estrangular tu PC.
High-end modern GPU.
Está claro. Eso creo que lo tenemos todo bastante claro.
Reflections. Actually, you could run outside and grab the sniper rifle and a scope.
Pero nos va a enseñar ahora el rifle de francotirador y la nueva mira. La nueva mira.
We can just take a look through the scope because we made changes with how the mouse sensitivity is handled when you're zooming in with basically anything that zooms in.
Han cambiado la sensibilidad.
I saw a zombie over there that you could probably try to kill. It's much more smooth and responsive. It used to be kind of stuttery and skipped pixels the way it was done before, and now it's many times more sensitive than it used to be.
Eso que mucho más mucho más suave que antes. Sensitive, ha dicho, pero bueno, más o menos se entiende. Mucho más suave que antes. Yo no suelo utilizar la mira de las armas, así que...
Yeah, every scope, anything that zooms in now will feel much better than what it used to.
Muy poco suelo usarla.
You'll have much more accuracy.
Pero está bien que sea suave.
Trying to hit stuff.
Eso siempre está bien.
Like that. So then one other setting we added to it, if you hit the escape key and go into controls, there is now an acceleration option for zoom acceleration.
Right there.
So mira, lo puedes configurar también, la aceleración del zoom. Curioso.
The rate at which you turn, the higher the acceleration, the quicker it'll jump. So it gives you a little bit of an edge when you're trying to do fast movements versus precise movements. Kind of lets you do both at the same time. Gives you precision for small movements, but lets you snap it around. So that can totally be turned off if you don't want any acceleration.
Yo aquí me estoy quedando, porque si os fijáis, está en nivel alto, creo que tiene el juego en ultra o por ahí, pero está a 38 FPS, y tiene un equipo de gama alta, y 38 FPS en el centro de la ciudad.
What the defaults are.
Continuamos con el mismo problema de siempre.
Many people tested defaults before we narrowed in on what felt good to most of us. So that's it for the weapon zoom. So now vehicles and damage. So if you spawn
Vamos a hablar de los vehículos ahora, venga.
Actually, let's just start out with a bicycle. We'll work our way through the vehicles.
Cuidado con la señora.
So this was shown, some of this was shown briefly before. Unfortunately, it was more the boring part of running your vehicle into walls, which the more interesting part is actually, you know, running over zombies, which was not shown before.
Oh, se llama una
So
nube
if you use turbo to actually
sangre
look
así un
at that,
poquito pocha.
some blood spray. So the blood spray is new. There's like a misting effect.
Blood
and
spray.
There's also splatter that. Okay, I don't know what that was. That was your
No, I jumped.
kung fu bike move there.
Yes, I jump kicked her from my bike.
Yeah, so you might want to you might want to just manually spawn some zombies. And I'm not exactly seeing tons of zombies right now in
A poner zombies.
the town to test
Para
this.
atropellarlos.
I just make whatever.
¡Oh!
It did quite a bit of damage though. That was like 62 right there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't see your damage
Se una
level. on your
nubecilla de
bike.
humo así un poquitín pocha, ¿eh?
Oh,
When it
right
gets
there.
down to 25%, you guys will see
Yeah, let me
the
go to
new
this.
Lo
effect
vemos,
on the
ahora lo
bicycle,
vemos. Ve cómo se daña el 37% la bici.
where the crankshaft for all the vehicles, you can actually tell
Saltaban de chispas.
that they're
Yo es que nunca uso lo hice.
breaking.
Hey everybody. So
Vale, maravilloso.
tonight we are
Gracias por el
Fuck.
tito.
This poor mini bike
Hemos visto que se quema también la moto. Estamos viendo la bici, por favor.
looks like it's got problems.
3%.
Almost.
There we go.
Se rompió el
Oh,
tubo.
no. Okay, leave me alone. I'm just trying to show something.
So the bicycle at this point has lost its chain. Yeah, it's broken, and which you can tell just by looking at it. It's sparking and or kind of smoking there.
¿Ha dicho que pierde la cadena cuando se rompe?
Okay, leave me alone.
Almost.
There
Ah, sí,
we
pierde la
go.
cadena de la bici. ¿Os habéis dado cuenta del detalle ese?
And then if you slam your bike into a wall,
La cadenita de la bici, fijarse en ella. Ya veréis como cuando llega a cero se rompe la cadena.
actually destroy it, you'll see it looks like it's got problems.
Tiene un golpe más.
There we
Ahí está, ya no hay
go.
cadena. Curioso.
Oh no.
Otro bonito detalle, sí, señor.
Leave me alone. I'm just trying to show something.
So the bicycle at this point has lost its chain. Yeah, it's broken, and which you can tell just by looking at it. It's sparking and or kind of smoking there. It's smoking because you ground up the crankshaft
Vale, tener que
there,
probar en mi
ripped
moto,
up
que eso
the
lo hemos visto
bearings,
antes.
and now it's overheated and making smoke. It's a video game, so you know, whatever. Let's go on to the mini bike next,
Sure.
so you can start killing the zombies with the
Mini
vehicle
bike.
instead of shooting
Venga.
them.
Oh, hold on.
Sí, sin gasolina no va muy bien.
Don't mind.
Oh, did you not spawn it from the F6 menu?
I did not. I should have.
Yeah, it comes with no gas. Yeah, so just run them over. You should be like
No, se
boom.
daña mucho.
The bigger vehicles do more damage to zombies and generally, you know,
Uf, pero un montón.
more blood splatter. That was a lot of blood, right, coming off that one.
Habrá que conducir con guantes de seda, porque no veas. Eso con 4 zombies y ya está
And
la
this
vida por la
one,
mitad.
once you get to 25%, has a different effect. So you can tell that the vehicle now has exhaust coming out of the engine that it didn't have anymore. So there's actually, if he goes in a circle, you can see your exhaust trail. That's new.
Que se estrelle
Once
con la
you
moto. Ya
ram
acabé de
it into a
destruir.
few more things here.
Uf, abajo de 30 FPS y bajando, Ay.
Okay, it's hard to drive in the side view, everybody. This isn't a side scroller here. Just trying to show it to you, but now I'm like...
¿Dónde se está metiendo este hombre?
I'm not sure where you're trying to go.
I don't know either. You know what? But there you go.
It's like let's go into the dank alley and find the look. So finally, so his vehicle's now sputtering with black smoke.
Empieza a echar humo cuando está dañado.
So
¿Vale?
ram yourself into a few good walls here so we can get this over with. And wreck that thing already.
Cuando llega a cero, arde.
Oh, it's on fire. My feet are burning.
Oh, look. His poor mini bike. It's now on fire and it's broken. So let's see. We can basically skip the motorcycle.
No digas que va a probar todos los edificios. O sea, todos los edificios, todos los vehículos. Pues sí. Bueno.
Okay.
Se ha saltado la moto.
There you go.
Of course, no zombies.
Easiest
A ver un
vehicle for
momentín,
running.
por cierto.
Basically skip the motorcycle.
Quería ver una cosa.
4x4.
A ver.
Okay.
Vale.
There you go.
Of course, no
No tiene los
zombies.
asientos de
Easiest
atrás.
vehicle for running over zombies.
Igual luego se modifica el coche cuando le pongan los asientos.
So that now has exhaust coming out of the those big twin exhaust pipes on top for when it's running.
Vale. Coche
It's
más
there.
resistente.
It's subtle enough to not be too annoying when you're driving down the road trying to look.
Nubecillas de sangre
where
cuando
you're
los
going.
atropellas. Nubecillas un poco pochas, ¿eh?
Yeah, so the zombie ragdolls and how they hit off the vehicles has been improved. It used to kind of just go through the vehicle. Now they actually get kind of
Coche mucho
pushed
más
and
resistente.
bounced off the vehicles.
Igual
I
yo
think you
atropellé
need
un
a
montón
lot
de
of
zombies.
zombies, Lathan. Let's once you try like 25 or 50 and abuse the system a bit.
Venga, mogollón de zombies. Ahí ya baja serio.
There you go. Well, that's some grindy mess. I just got to build up some speed. Let them have it. There you go, loot bag.
Pero el coche es muy resistente, aguanta un montón.
Feel free to, bash into some walls while you're at it so we can
Oh,
get
that's
to
fine.
the
I already got
damage
to the
that we
16.
did. There you go. Now he's got some dark smoke coming off the back because the engine's got some issues at this point. Now, I'm not sure we need a window wiper mod. The red mist goes away all by itself. We are trying to keep the game performance fairly high through all this carnage.
Cuando se rompa el coche, que le queda poco.
And yes, ramming your vehicle into walls does do a lot of
Rompió.
damage to it.
Oh,
Just
no.
like in real life, when you ram your car into a tree, the outcome is not.
¿Funciona al 0% aún?
That's what repair kits are for.
Ya no.
No,
So you
it's on
will
fire.
love your repair kits even more.
Ahí sale
You'll
fuego.
need
Entonces ya está.
Oh, look, now the engine's on fire, and a sure sign that you
La
might
moto
want
ardiendo
to
ya
fix your
no,
vehicle.
no funciona.
And we could skip the gyrocopter. It basically does the same stuff. The gyrocopter sputters, smokes, the engine catches on fire. Pretty much looks like the mini bike does.
Que el helicóptero funciona igual. Ay, mira,
So
tiene
that's
las manchas de sangre.
The
Y también
5
explota.
vehicles and the
Pues
5 vehicle, and
que
there's
sigue dañando y explota al
and they do
final.
different
Con lo que
amounts of
cuesta
repair
craftear un
kits,
cacharro de
unlike before
estos.
where one repair kit
Eso
magically
duele.
fix the entire vehicle. The more health a vehicle has, the more repair kits it needs to get it back to full health. Now let's go find some water, a nice big lake.
Habrá que gastar muchos kits de reparación en mantener los vehículos
You
a
teleport
punto.
yourself straight up into the sky and look around. Hopefully we can find a lake.
Oh,
Que os
that's
quiero
not-
enseñar ahora.
Really? Alright. Oh, this is the 10K map.
Well,
I thought I saw.
Es un mapa 10K, no sé qué está buscando exactamente.
Here. Oh,
yeah, where's a lake when you need it?
I know.
Yeah, looks like this map just didn't get a lot of water on it.
There's.
Está buscando agua.
Not over there. Oh, there's.
Yeah, that might be big enough.
That one's a little.
Yeah, that's a good one there.
Okay.
Just deep enough so we can swim, and yeah, that's plenty big enough there. So a bunch of swimming improvements. Swimming has always felt pretty bad
Te han
in the
mejorado
game, at
la
least since I've been
natación.
involved with the project, and surfacing was horribly slow. And
Y el
you
entorno
could do
bajo el
some odd
agua y
stuff
hemos visto
like
ahí andando un
kind
ciervo.
of bob up and out of the water and then fall back into it. So I spent a bunch of time reworking all the swimming logic. So if you just go out a bit, try to find some.
Era un tronco, no un ciervo, vaya tela.
Rather shallow. So first change that visually is you can actually see the top of the water now. So you can see how far you have to go as you're drowning to get your breath, to get some air.
Han puesto más partículas debajo del agua y eso ha hecho más turbia el agua de los lagos, de eso cuando te metes bajo el agua.
If you surface Lathan and go tread some water,
okay,
you can see it actually moves at a much quicker rate than it used to. You can see the surface, and now you just stop at the surface. There's a clean stopping point. Swimming now actually uses stamina, even when you're swimming slowly.
Que nadar consume estamina y cuando no,
quite a bit of stamina.
vas más despacio. Bueno, pero eso ya pasaba antes, ¿no?
Swimming fatigue, so you will sink below the surface briefly because you won't be able to tread water while you have swimming fatigue. If you dive down and then kind of like move left, right, swim backwards, you'll notice that swimming now behaves more like you're moving in a fluid. It actually has momentum and you drift around.
Te quedas sin estamina, te hundes.
It's not
Pero
like you're walking on
rápido, ¿no?
land anymore. So if you use the shift key to swim forward and then stop, you can kind of see you'll build up speed, you'll slow down. It simulates drag and momentum.
En cambio, el movimiento debajo del agua, que tiene un poco de inercia, que no parece que camine debajo del agua.
Yeah, we're thinking about it. We're working on it. We have a prototype raft. It's just not done yet. We're still thinking of reasons to
Y si el agua se ve muy turbia.
be in the water or not be in the water.
Y desde arriba más o menos se ve el
I
fondo.
did make a few changes recently to allow.
Hey everybody. So
Medio mal.
tonight we are doing our fourth.
Me sorprende porque el OBS me sigue indicando que todo funciona bien, entonces.
Say the, gem like that.
Cuando menos es raro. ¿Ya estamos? Pues venga, parece que sí. No lo entiendo, ¿eh? El OBS me está marcando que funciona todo bien, pero...
So related to the water actually is AI spawning. So there were some issues with AI spawning during blood moons.
Esto lo voy a mostrar un momento para que no... Esto, OBS, por favor. Más que nada para que lo veáis, que el OBS me está marcando que no se están perdiendo se han perdido 0 fotogramas, un 0,0%, que está funcionando todo bien. Pero yo no sé por qué a veces se corta. Esto son cosas de YouTube. No se me ocurre otra explicación, la verdad. Tienen que ser cosas de YouTube.
Hordes that basically them just finding spawn locations, and there was kind of an exploit where they wouldn't spawn in water ever. So depending on where you were at relative to water, they would get funneled into certain places.
Yo la manía, por cierto, bienvenido al stream, que no me acordé antes de saludarte.
Half of the area around you was water. They were not allowed to spawn in that water. Old code, it was an old rule. So that rule's now been relaxed. AI now tries to spawn on land, but if it doesn't, after X amount of tries, if it doesn't find anywhere to spawn on land, it will spawn in water. So zombies are able, so regardless of if you're building your base next to a lake, in the middle of a lake, whatever, AI are still allowed to spawn because, you know, they can't swim and they can get across the water. So there's no reason to not just spawn them in the water in the first place. Yeah, and there was also a fix with wandering hordes that sometimes wandering hordes would not spawn at all because their destination location could end up being like too far away from
No he entendido muy bien lo que querían hacer con el agua y con los zombies, pero dice que había zombies que se perdían durante la luna de sangre.
Make them occur a little more often. They should always successfully, well, always is a big word, but most of the time they should successfully spawn around you and wander on by like they're supposed to do. Actually, so now, yeah, there isn't really much to show with that. Just those are AI spawning improvements. So next thing we can do is
O que se refiere a que habían zombies que no encontraban el camino y se quedaban por ahí perdidos, o a lo mejor donde había agua se quedaban atascados en el agua y cosas de esas.
We can see how the AI reacts to corpses, because that's been changed.
Que dice que los zombies reaccionan a los cuerpos.
Deer,
a ver.
Really doesn't matter what you spawn.
A ver que esto suena interesante.
You can spawn pigs, deers. You might want to like turn AI off.
I forgot about the 25.
Okay, well that's not, now you spawn 25 and we don't even really want 25.
Okay, let me just kill all. I don't feel right about this.
You can just kill them all.
Yeah, I don't feel good about that.
Now try spawning a single deer and kill it, and then
I still feel kind of bad about it. Okay. And then spawn a zombie.
All right. Now it's usually easier just to do this with a wild zombie wandering nearby, but you can manually spawn one.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, the AI.
Que el zombie se encuentra un animal, va y se lo come. Oh,
dinner. If you get up nice and close, so you can see.
Pero solo hace la animación o se lo come de verdad.
Now munching on the deer.
Y está ocupada,
And there's new blood splatter that I had fun doing that part.
La animación queda un poquito irregular, pero
it actually sprays and sticks to the surfaces, and so this makes an interesting little game mechanic because
pues se lo ha
if you're
comido.
out hunting and you shoot an animal.
So, si cazas un animal y hay un zombie cerca, se va a comer el animal.
Oh, I mean, she's dead now. She's done.
Te dejan sin comida.
And shoot it, and you'll see that the AI will actually be interested in the corpse. So you can just stay away from her a bit and make a deer. Run past the deer.
Y parece que si se empeña en ir a por ti, va a por ti.
Still didn't want the deer. She may get it. Run past it the other way. Nathan, you're killing my test zombies.
Pero mira lo otro cómo se pone a comerse el
Oh, that one's eating over there. So, so it's kind of a random thing. Sometimes they'll be interested in the corpse. Sometimes you.
Es curioso.
Yeah, somebody's asking if wolves.
Como estés cazando ya muchos zombies por ahí cerca, se te comen los animales y te quedas sin carne.
Don't corpse eat right now. Animals don't corpse eat. It's just a zombie thing. Which part is she eating? All the parts. The zombies want, all the fleshy parts. I don't think they.
Está bien, es una funcionalidad chula.
Actually, so spawn a bunch, spawn like 5 zombies because the effect is better that way. So if you're out hunting and there's a zombie nearby and you kill your deer or chicken
Ay,
or
se lo han comido
whatever,
claro,
those
si hay muchos se lo
zombies
comen en un
will
momento.
eat your corpse. So spawn another deer and kill it. You can see how fast they can munch through a corpse. All right, there's a deer. You got to look at the deer.
Only one of them wanted deer
Solo
today,
hay 2 que se han quedado ahí comiéndoselo y las otras te persiguen.
Now 2 are on it.
Vale, parece que los zombies es aleatorio, si se van a comer el bicho que esté cerca o te siguen.
So they are doing damage to that deer. They are actually consuming it. So you,
Curioso. Cuando menos
they will
curioso.
eat your kills. Yes, it does give you less meat because they are consuming the corpse. So the longer you let them munch on it, the less meat you're going to get out of it until it's just plain gone. When we add bandits to the game, they actually do the same thing to bandits. We do have bandit prototype working with a couple bandits and
están trabajando con un prototipo de los bandidos y demás y ya eso debe hacer ya bastante tiempo, pero bueno.
Eat the bandits in the same way. Kill a bandit, they'll go over and munch on it.
Dice que en el mismo punto se están comiendo se pueden comer los bandidos.
The zombies will eat the bandits or the deers or whatever. So that's corpse eating. More blood, more chewing, whatever. There was also some bug fixes related to the alignment of where they line up on the corpses because
tienen que corregir el alineamiento con los cuerpos cuando se pueden comer para que no pase como esa primera que se ha puesto ahí a comer en medio de la nada, pero bueno, cosillas.
Jokes about crotch munching, which yes, I said it.
Why do you bring these things
yes,
up?
Since they just eat wherever they happen to eat, which sometimes leads to some humorous body part munching.
Si no muestra algo más interesante.
All right, so
moving on.
2 more things.
Ojo
we have many people's favorite new developer gadget.
Detalle importante. Detalle importante que está en medio del desierto, no hay zombies, no hay edificios, no hay nada prácticamente y está a 40 FPS. Cuidado.
2 more things.
Cuidado con eso.
We have many people's favorite new developer gadget, the nuke grenade, as it's called. So, if you grab a nice stack of
playing with this
nuke
earlier.
Grenades.
Bueno, y estos son herramientas de desarrollador.
Slightly more powerful than what you're
La bomba
used
nuclear le llaman a esto.
This week. Yeah, you kind of.
I know, I ruined it.
Son destrozos bestiales, pero
So
claro,
why don't
es
you go back to Dishon?
de desarrollador.
We need to be in the city.
No es para jugar normal.
Okay.
So this is basically the whole point of this grenade is not to show you that you're going to get to use one or have one. You certainly can if you use the creative menu, but we're going to use this to show off changes to blocks being destroyed, block physics when they're destroyed. So pretty much
Eso lo utilizan para comprobar la física de destrucción de los bloques.
We'll use this to demo massive damage when something gets destroyed. So blocks now have
vale, que han cambiado las físicas para que sean más realistas.
Physics, they kind of just fell before. Now they actually explode away from the
para que no se queden todos esos bloques generados ahí en medio, como pasa muchas veces que se caen un montón de bloques y empiezan a caer uno detrás de otro.
They didn't spawn
parece bastante cómico.
that the block was in, so they would like shift positions. There was also sometimes delays where you would see the block disappear before the damage block would appear. So basically, it's got a good pass to make it much more, realistic and feel better. And nuke grenades are obviously very demanding on the game, but this isn't a normal weapon that you guys would be using. Dynamite would be the next closest thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see this, but I put this together to basically test. This is a good extreme test case of block.
Esto es para hacer un test, que puedes hacer algo parecido con dinamita en el juego.
Wood buildings, wood's a little more fun just because it disintegrates and blows up better than like concrete's or steel's your worst case because you know how much health it has. So something, yeah, like this market building. Yeah, if you get one in the inside now.
Sí que se ve bastante mejor, ¿eh?
Yeah, it rips through that pretty nicely.
Explosión y como buenan los bloques y demás.
Well, I don't know. Is this building even wood though? It looks like wood, but it might not have wood.
Yeah, let's get to the next one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, some of the stuff that looks like wood actually has. Whoa, there's a good one. Yeah, so the new physics on blowing things up is much more fun. It feels much better, like you're actually doing damage and things are being shredded and blowing apart.
Yeah, once
Yo
again,
creo que
this is just a test.
nos queda claro a
tool,
todos
so
que las
it's
físicas son
not-
mucho mejores que antes.
Not something you get in
But
game.
you know, you can switch to dynamite if you want to show them the difference. You can pop over to
sure.
using some dynamite.
Si acaso iba en un trailer, ¿verdad que sí?
Remodel some houses with dynamite.
In
But
game.
you know, you can switch to dynamite
Es una casa que va en un trailer que la están transportando la casa entera. Qué bueno, están loquísimos.
if you want to show them the difference. You can pop over to
Sure.
using some dynamite and proceed to remodel some houses with dynamite. Or the rocket launcher. Rocket launcher works pretty good now. Rocket launcher wasn't very exciting before, but
Por eso que decía antes, que con la dinamita se puede hacer algo parecido en el juego.
Probably should have picked another
De
wood
menos
house.
daño, obviamente.
I mean, it's still showing the kind of blast away.
yeah, it's just the blast is smaller with dynamite. But
Yeah.
but that's a more realistic explosion that you would actually experience in the game if you decide to run around and throw dynamite. You get some nice holes with some nice physics, and it looks and feels good. So someone asked about total collapse. Blocks basically disintegrate and fall apart like they did before. It's just a little more performant. It's a little more clean with how things fall apart and the debris when it hits the ground.
Sí que trabajan
There
eso,
were
pues en
some-
mejorar las físicas, en mejorar
there
el
were some
rendimiento y en mejorar
improvements
muchos
there, some-
aspectos.
a little bit of
Pero
bug
le vuelven a dar la
fixes,
vuelta
adjustments
una y otra vez a
how
lo
things
mismo.
disintegrated and fell apart. Yeah, actually, Lathan, if you go back to like Dishong Tower, you could just blow off kind of the bottom side.
¿Siguen
so
los
you
zombies
get the
el
collapse
ruido
going, and they can see
de la explosión?
the progression. Yeah,
Oh,
so if you
man.
just start, if you just whittle your way.
Pero este que va a hacer,
with
demoler el
debris
edificio entero.
across the bottom, you're pretty much gonna see the whole building start coming down.
I mean, yeah, it's already. Only took two.
Yeah, so there you go. Lots of pieces falling off. If you watch it, the debris as it lands, the debris is handled better.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
still going to
basically
lag
the-
your system because
Ya
it's
se lo
the
carga
strong
entero.
power that we're kind of taking down. Realistically, it is still a lot of blocks, everybody. We're not going to get.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a lot of CPU processing to
Por los
swallow
FPS están
blocks
bajando 11,
into
12.
make all the debris fall and impact and stuff. So yeah,
¿Cómo
but
cae
the
eso?
game handles it
Duele ver los
better than it
FPS.
used to.
It's still not going to be perfect, but it looks good.
Yeah, the building will continue to fall apart as stability, as the decrease in stability works its way through the building, and
Until I take it all the way down, and it's.
Y que lo sabemos, ¿no? Que se va degradando la estabilidad del edificio. Ahí. Sí que funciona mucho mejor, ¿eh?
Yeah,
La
I mean, it's
física.
definitely better than it was before. I mean, it's gonna, the FPS is gonna go down if you try to take down, Dishong Tower. It's. I don't think we'll ever get that to, perfect with that much changes.
well, I mean, this is always going to be very demanding on the game. There's
Yeah.
no easy way around that. I mean, short of just making the blocks disappear, but that's not fun.
Yeah.
Queda bastante mejor cuando se desmontan de esa forma,
And
que antes era un
then,
tanto
so one
ridículo.
more
Ya
thing.
pues.
To show off, which
Bastante
this
mejor
is
queda,
for,
hay que reconocerlo.
we're going to show off the terrain tool, which is basically for us, helps our designers make sculpt better terrain in their POIs, but it can also be used by, you know, anyone who wants to create their own POIs. You can pretty much go out to
the prefab,
some open space outside the town, and just show off some of the editing abilities. There you go, some nice open ground.
Okay, so this one I did not mess with, so I don't know the keys.
Yeah, you'll pick it up quick enough. It's left mouse button, right mouse button. So it's in the dev menu. It's just called terrain.
That one?
It's the shovel on the left there.
Una pala del desarrollador. ¿Y qué hace la pala?
So that's making it go down.
All right, so if you
y aumentar el terreno.
If you left click, it grows terrain. If you right click, it shrinks terrain. If you shift right click, it removes terrain, which is one of the
si antes
things
había una
that
herramienta que era
tool
parecida,
did.
pero más pocha. Esta está más.
So you can
más
quickly
currada.
make like holes and caves by shift right clicking. If you use the shift mouse wheel, you can make it much bigger or smaller.
Puedes hacer el área más grande o más pequeña.
It can get quite massive.
Para hacer tu mundo a medida está muy bien. Esto para hacer boquetes.
Yeah, so
Modo de crear y
with the
modo de
remove tool,
destruir.
you can very quickly make a tunnel, and then you can add blocks to sculpt it, and add and shrink to basically smooth it out. So basically, it just
levanta el
expands
terreno
the
ese,
terrain. It works from all directions, so you can do
Mira,
walls. You can even sculpt the ceiling down. You can do all kinds of fun stuff with it.
Oye, pues si quieren hacer POI de cuevas y cosas así, les pueden
And then
quedar
one
cosas
other
muy
feature it
interesantes.
has is it can actually change the block types. So if you alt right mouse button while you're looking at some terrain, you can actually pick up like you already have that block type. So if you wanted to change that into sand, for instance, or whatever, if you look around, you might be able to find some
¿Que puedes copiar?
something that's not that stone. Unfortunately, you're in the forest, and it's all kind of
might be a bad place to test it. You want me to go literally anywhere else?
well, like you could even go by, like, say, the cement, I think, on the roads or whatever.
Okay,
and,
let's do that. Here we got roads right here. So you're saying hold.
So like there on that road material, if you do alt right mouse button, you will see it show the name on the bottom right of the screen.
Para que puedes copiar el terreno y luego. Todo esto es para temas de edición, del modo de edición.
So see how it says gravel at the bottom.
Herramientas para el modo de edición.
Yeah, so then you could, and what that's doing is it's forcing it to sculpt whatever it touches as you sculpt. It's converting it to like gravel in this case. Yeah, so it's drawing two different circles. The outer ring shows you the area, the size of the sphere, and the yellow inner ring shows you the overlapping blocks. That those two things are there for a reason. They show you different things.
Vale, ahora copia la hierba y lo pone sobre el terreno.
So and then if you show it, like if you make
Esto
it
es solo
really
para editar
huge,
cosas,
drive
para
in
hacer
there, you can see that it can do
para hacerte POIs y para hacerte cosas así. O editar un mapa entero a mano.
Yeah, shift wheel, and it's like
gigante.
Yeah, it can sculpt all kinds of small fine detail or huge detail. And sometimes it's just a fun tool to mess around with. Actually, it is useful for testing for us too. Sometimes when you want to test destroying large amounts of things, adding things like it's an instant tree destroyer there in that case. So it's just a fun, useful tool for various purposes. Yeah, the old tool was very simple. It had some bugs, and it really only painted upwards, not in any direction. So, yeah, so that,
está muy bien,
was,
pero es lo mismo. Esto es para el modo edición, no para jugar normal.
And yeah, like actually, if you go down
Pero muestra una funcionalidad más del juego.
Wall and grow it out, you can see that you could literally grow, like, and make it smaller. You can literally you can grow like pseudopod looking things.
I don't know. That looks kind of cool with the grass kind of sprinkled in there.
Yeah, if you just stay in one spot and like grow it out, you can actually grow just a, an arm-looking tentacle, whatever. You can.
I keep forgetting to press shift. I keep wanting to do.
Puede ser gigantesco, muy pequeñito para ajustar cosas. Vale. Funcionalidad básicamente es para la gente que hace los POIs.
Yeah, it's a little hard to see if you move the daytime back to sun, you could see it better. And it actually, in a live game, will actually cause collapses. So stability is turned on. So if you do grow things, like out too far and stuff, you can actually cause collapse.
List of things I need.
Vamos a avanzar un poquito más porque si no, no vamos a terminar hoy, ¿eh?
And a lot of these things, we can glance at it real quick.
Quiero enseñar algo más aquí.
But there's the crafting books. I think we already showed it once. So in here, actually, I'll hide myself for just a second. But I mean, we showed a little bit of it that you can actually click and you can see that. You can click to go to the recipe. Actually, I don't think we showed that. Because I think I did that right at the last minute. But yeah, it works for all of these. Yep, it does work for all of them. Yeah, I knew that. I wasn't saying that like a question. That was definitely, yeah. Disregard whatever that is.
No puede craftear nada porque lo tiene todo bloqueado. Vale.
I don't think it has anything to do with the menu though. Let's see. Also, I did the dew collector. We showed a little bit of it in the first stream. So it's pretty straightforward. Just over time, these fill up, you gain water. The entering POI indicator, I know you all have seen that. I'm not really going to go too much into that. I probably need to slow down because I don't have that much. What else? The quest tracking. Or not quest tracking, the recipe tracking. In here. I might as well come back for a minute. As far as this goes, so let's say you want to make a torch. So now you can track it. There are the fancy icons.
Vale, ¿qué es lo que te hace falta para construir la antorcha?
As I get the items.
Lo pones como una misión de búsqueda y lo tienes ahí.
Boom. I have 500 of it. You kind of get the gist.
Que es curioso que esto lo vimos en un modlet que se añadía diferentes mods. En Alpha 20.
What else? Let's see, the new quest type. Okay, so we could talk a little bit about it. The infestation. I know you all have seen it. I think we did one run of it. Yes, it does increase the number of zombies. Yes, it does increase the game stage of said zombies.
Hablando de la infestación, algo que ya sabíamos que habían explicado, que era como incrementar un nivel del game stage, porque salen muchos zombies.
So it's got different sleepers. I think if there's anything else we could say about that one. Yeah, that's probably good on that subject. The quest hints. So here, let me get this untracked.
¿Pero van a hacer una quest o algo?
So, for the starter quest, you notice that up here at the top right, you've seen it this whole time. We haven't really talked about it. And I'm trying to show it without stuff covering it up. But of course, every window, of course, blocks it. Is there not one window small?
No ve cómo va YouTube hoy. 1:45.
Hey, everyone. The flame trap. You saw it on the first stream. So I'm not really going to cover that one too much.
No ve cómo va
Trader
YouTube hoy.
Stage we
Tacho.
talked about. That is, it's basically your level with a modifier based on how much quests you have done. So what tier you are in for that trader. So you get a little bonus based off that. But it decides what is available. So you won't see, like gyrocopters on day one. You won't see that stuff anymore. You'll only see that subset of items. Let's see, what else? Biome progression. When you go to different biomes, now the game stage is higher. So that's showed in this little UI.
No está diciendo nada del otro mundo.
That's why
La dificultad de bioma, que cada bioma tiene su propia progresión, etcétera, etcétera. Que no puedes tener un girocóptero el día 1. No sé.
They actually are higher game stage. Don't want to talk about that. That is I just don't. We were not.
Con vuestro permiso voy saltando un poquito para adelante porque ahora está soltando paja. No explicando nada nuevo, entonces.
And there is something to restore power quest. It was a lot of him showing off. If you didn't sorts of stuff, more about that because the previous version was just.
¿Ya?
Putting in some sort of interaction.
Pues eso, todo lo que está explicando ya lo explicaron en el primer dev stream. Vale, y él se va a centrar pues en lo que es su parte. Es el tema de la integración con Twitch. Que es el que se encarga de desarrollar esa parte. Si me permitís, voy a pasar por aquí un poquito. Realmente no entiendo nada.
This was something that was requested by the testers who were helping with the streamers who were helping test. We had a lot of actions. We had one of the probably my favorite one. Just let's do a quick land claim. I'm gonna do one thing.
Mira el bloque de reclamado.
So I know he's gonna come over here and mess with me.
Un poquito diferente.
Shuffle boxes, why do you hate me? Yes, that is the response that everyone gives when they hear about this one.
Venga, a ver si terminamos esto ya porque
that's what we do here. We are going to call some. And then I'm going to know some boxes. One did blur, but it's fine. As you can see, all the boxes, if you can read it now, all the boxes here. Now I'm going to pause for a moment. All of them now say.
Que no las puede leer cuando está borracho en el modo este, en fin. Pero todo esto es para interacción con Twitch. Y esto es algo bastante concreto. ¿Y esto qué ha hecho ahí? ¿Qué es?
Now our base has been filled. That's delightful.
¿Es una especie de bloque gigantesco alrededor de la base? Sí, en todo lo que ocupa la base.
There you go, everybody. There's other shapes. That would be the worst one, though. All the clay you'll ever need.
Son cosas de Twitch, ¿eh?
So that statement of all the clay
ese modelo se empieza a caer todo y se derrumba.
I'm fine with that, actually. Me clay. See dirt fall. Buttons as well. Yeah. The point, in a normal game that things to you on headed dogs. I still have God mode on, everybody. I mean, I told you.
This isn't
worth doing.
Perros cabezones con un cubo en la cabeza.
I'm trying to explain stuff. But yeah.
Lobos cabezones con un cubo en la cabeza.
And we still have funny effects. You know, we have the celebrate, which everybody. I got you.
Mira, hasta la serpiente lleva un cubo en la cabeza.
But yeah, it shows you who's done the most good, who's done the most. It adds one. But we were. I know a few kind of things. This actually helpful about the police car. This. I think
nunca he probado el modo Twitch y no creo que lo llegue a probar nunca. Así que no.
So click. We might be doing another stream next Wednesday. We're still discussing. It might just be more of a play test than or a playthrough. This is the.
Te está hablando de lo que van a hacer el próximo miércoles. Más que nada porque eso sí que nos interesa.
But yeah, thank you everybody for you know, coming out to this, coming out to all the other dev streams. We might be doing another stream next Wednesday. We're still discussing. It might just be more of a play test than or a playthrough. This is the end of us actually just talking about the game.
Que la semana que viene vamos a hacer un playthrough, o sea, una prueba de juego.
I think that's really it. Sean, you got anything else to add, or are you good?
Yeah, we did lots of hard work. We know it's been a long time coming on Alpha 21, but we made a ton of changes to the game, and it takes time to iron everything out, finish things up, and you know, people keep asking about a date. You know, we said maybe early May, maybe middle May, maybe not May. We're close, but you know, we still have dozens of bugs, big and small. Our goal would be to fix them all, but you know, we've
todavía cargar muchos bugs pequeños y grandes antes de poder lanzarla. Antes de poder lanzar la versión experimental, que le gustaría lanzarla sin bugs.
The goal would be to not give you guys any game-breaking bugs where you have to regenerate your worlds because things were broken.
Que no quieren que el juego se le rompa a la gente por culpa de los bugs, etcétera, etcétera.
Case in point, like just today, I fixed a bug with some of the docks not having proper stability on the because of the water changes that were made with the water simulation. And one of the
sigue trabajando en la estabilidad, la simulación del agua.
If you stood on it, the entire dock would just collapse into rubble into the water. So things like that, you know, we're still ironing out issues with random world gen and just all manner of little bugs here and there. We're still cleaning up things. You know, we're within some amount of weeks, but whether it's won't be this week, but whether it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, we don't know.
Quedaban varias semanas, 2 semanas, 3 semanas, 5 semanas, que no sabe exactamente cuánto tiempo. Los bugs marcarán el desconocido camino, la desconocida naturaleza de lo que necesitarán de tiempo. Que no sabe decir en una fecha exacta, tampoco es su trabajo, pero eso, que todavía tienen muchos bugs que resolver.
How long it'll take to get all that stuff done. So, but we want to deliver you guys, you know, a good, solid experimental that is very playable and fun, and hopefully doesn't have any.
Muy jugable, que es divertido y demás, y que, bueno, eso que tiene que corregir una gran cantidad de bugs todavía.
Someone says fix one bug sometimes creates 2 bugs. Yes, I actually fixed a vehicle bug today. A really weird bug that.
Hoy han arreglado un bug de los vehículos y cosas así que van eso, arreglando bugs a diario. Yo flipo, tío. Y básicamente YouTube, que se corta gratuitamente.
And I was like, oh, it's fixed. And then I found I made another bug that when another player was in his vehicle and you loaded into the world, he wouldn't be sitting in his seat properly. He was like twisted sideways and standing in the middle of the Jeep. So then I had to go back
para que te puedas subir en el vehículo de otro jugador, etcétera, etcétera. Son cosas que hay muchos bugs con eso, maravilloso. Porque queda un minuto para terminar.
Hey everybody, and find someone to raid.
nos suelta todo eso.
Find a smaller streamer who's playing 7 days. Let me just look real fast. Okay, yeah. Well, they have six people watching. Yeah, that's probably good. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, and I will see you all later.
Yep. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bueno, y hasta aquí el stream del Dev Stream número 4. Hay algunas funcionalidades interesantes, pero la verdad es que poca chicha. Lo mismo que ocurre a nivel visual, más estético que otra cosa. Desmembramientos, algo vistoso, pero a nivel jugable indiferente. El tema de las máquinas, del workbench y de la forja, que visualmente son más bonitos y tienen más cosas, más detalles, etcétera. Y los elementos cuando los colocas aparecen, etcétera, etcétera, pero son visuales. O sea, tenemos una autorización que está basada prácticamente en elementos visuales. A nivel jugable, poquita cosa, por no decir nada. No se ha cortado, ¿no? Vale, pues entonces vamos a grabar el final del vídeo y el principio, que no lo hemos grabado antes porque ni me acuerdo, la verdad. Y no se ha cortado, ¿no? Pues venga. Y bueno, gente, eso ha sido todo. Así que ya sabéis, lo dicho, lo dejamos por aquí. Espero que os haya gustado. Un saludo a todos y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo. Y ahora la intro. Lo que pasa es que la intro había que poner esto aquí. Venga, vamos a por la intro. Hola a todos, soy TEKJA y bienvenidos de nuevo al canal. Hoy estamos con el Dev Stream número 4 con los programadores, así que vamos a ver qué da esto de sí. Y ahora sí que lo vamos a cortar, gente, porque vaya transmisión más desastrosa que hemos tenido hoy. Pero desastrosa, espero que mañana se recupere la conexión normal, porque si no, vaya tela. Por nada, gente, ya sabéis, lo dicho, lo dejamos por aquí. Espero que hayáis pasado un rato agradable en mi compañía, lo que se haya podido. Y nos vemos en el próximo stream. Venga, people, hasta luego. Bye.